At the 2014 SHOT Show, I spotted the .177 caliber Makarov, an old favorite with a new feature. The Ultra version of the popular CO2 action pistol has a blowback slide and a drop-free magazine, plus a few other design changes. Let's go over some specs and then start shooting. The previous version of the Makarov had a glossy black paint finish, and the Ultra has a dark gunmetal gray. Both have embossed logos and lots of safety warning text on the slide, which is thankfully not painted white. The wraparound grip on the Ultra has a different thumb rest and doesn't have a lanyard loop, but they both share the 5-pointed Soviet star on their panels. The Ultra has a removable screw on the back strap, which is a nice detail, but personally I like the grips on the older variation. That's about it for the cosmetic differences, but mechanically they are worlds apart. The Ultra's magazine holds the CO2 cylinder and incorporates the valve and the BB feeding mechanism. The valve striker is mounted on the slide, which is similar to other compact pistol designs. On the previous model, the CO2 cartridge is held within the frame, and the dropout magazine's follower is the only moving part. The Makarov Ultra clocked in at an average of 337 feet per second using Umrex steel BBs. An extreme spread of 30 feet per second is average for blowback pistols, but it depends on the temperature and how fast you're shooting. If I were to let the pistol warm up between shots, the spread and deviation would decrease. The first 3 to 5 shots from a blowback pistol delivers the most kick, and gradually decreases as the gun cools and the CO2 runs out. When testing CO2 pistols for accuracy, I like to shoot the first 2 or 3 rounds off target to let the gun settle down a bit. I also do this after lubricating or cleaning the gun. The Ultra's single-action trigger requires a heavy pull to first load a BB and then release the hammer. If you don't hold the pistol horizontally after you begin pulling the trigger, the BB will sometimes roll out of the barrel. So I guess downhill shooting is out of the question. After a few dozen practice rounds, the accuracy was better than expected at 20 feet. The Makarov has only a 3.5-inch barrel, so it's more than fair not to expect dime-sized groups. For backyard or indoor plinking, the Ultra won't disappoint. I had a feeling the Makarov's trigger pull weight was going to register beyond the 12-pound limit of my gauge, and sure enough, I was unable to get an average. On a positive note, the Ultra measured a backyard and indoor-friendly 94.8 decibels in my test. Folks, the Makarov Ultra has good accuracy and the blowback action collectors like myself have been waiting for since the first variation hit the market. The overall construction is very solid, and I didn't notice any of the usual wear and tear on the paint finish after a few hundred rounds. I found the trigger to be quite heavy, although it didn't seem to affect the accuracy after some practice. In my opinion, it's an affordable, compact replica worth collecting. Another in the Legends series of action pistols whose firearm equivalent has a very interesting history worth exploring. For Airgun Reporter, my name is Paul Capello. Until next time, shoot safe and have fun.
Please remember, folks, air guns are not toys. Even the smallest calibers can cause serious harm if not used properly. And you should never, under any circumstance, point an air gun at another person. Parents, if you teach your children to shoot responsibly, they will have a lifetime of airgun enjoyment.